Shockwaves at Anfield, is the defensive giant abandoning ship? Galatasaray tempts Virgil van Dijk with a massive project. The world of elite English football is at a turning point that has left even the most loyal Liverpool FC supporters deeply distressed, as a storm of personnel changes gathers over the historic Anfield Stadium. For almost a decade, Virgil van Dijk has been an unshakable presence at the heart of the Reds' defense, but now this monumental pillar of stability appears to be wavering. Meanwhile, in Istanbul, hopes are rising for a transfer that could send the European transfer market spinning at unprecedented speeds, as rumors of significant interest from Galatasaray grow louder by the day. For Liverpool's passionate fans, the thought of their team taking to the pitch without the Dutchman's leadership and physical dominance is a nightmare scenario that could cast a shadow over an already challenging summer of transition. According to recent reports in the Turkish media, particularly journalist Cem Kinay during a widely watched sports broadcast, initial strategic investigations are already underway behind the scenes. These statements have caused a stir in the industry, as it is reported that the traditional Turkish club is seeking contact and the player himself is not ruling out a new challenge on the Bosphorus. When a player of Virgil van Dijk's caliber indicates that he is ready for a change of scenery, the entire landscape of European football begins to tremble. This is not just any aging pro looking for one last lucrative contract at the end of his career, but the captain of one of the world's most prestigious teams. Even at 34 years old, the Dutch international remains an undisputed member of the Premier League's absolute elite, setting standards with his statistical data and physical presence that younger players often find unreachable. The strategists at Galatasaray see Van Dijk as the perfect key figure to cement their squad domestically and finally play a significant role on the European stage once again. Such a transfer would be more than just a reinforcement of the defense, it would signal to all competitors that the club is ready to compete with the continent's giants on equal terms. Although Liverpool's leadership had planned for a controlled transition under the new management of Arne Slot, the sudden departure of the captain would leave a void that extends far beyond the sporting aspect. One must consider what Van Dijk has meant to the club since his signing from Southampton FC in 2018 for a then-record fee. He was not just a new centre-back, but the decisive catalyst who transformed a shaky backline into an impenetrable bulwark almost overnight. His composure on the ball, his unparalleled tactical awareness and his vocal communication on the pitch gave the entire team a newfound self-confidence, allowing Liverpool to mature from mere title contenders into true champions. He provided his teammates with the necessary security to enable the fullbacks to attack with maximum risk and the strikers to press with a freedom that had previously seemed unthinkable. In the current campaign, he has proven impressively that his biological age bears no relation to his performance levels. He has not missed a single minute of league play so far and continues to be the indispensable brains of the defense. This extraordinary consistency is precisely why the current transfer rumors are so explosive and intensely debated. Liverpool is already in a phase of reinvention following the Jurgen Klopp era, with many veterans reconsidering their futures. However, Van Dijk is the personification of the link between the glorious past and the uncertain future. Should he decide to move to Istanbul, Arne Slot would face the gargantuan task of replacing not just footballing quality, but also true authority and incomparable leadership. The legacy that the Dutchman would leave behind on Merseyside is already set in stone. He is considered the symbolic figure of the club's modern golden era. He was the face of the Champions League triumph and the long-awaited league title, often making defending look effortless and like a pure form of art. Fans associate his name with the club's return to the world's peak and the restoration of its defensive honor. His departure this summer would therefore feel like closing the final chapter of a history book defined by triumphs, long-range diagonal passes and sheer aerial supremacy. Galatasaray's decision-makers knew that by signing a player of this caliber, they would be buying more than just a defender, they would be buying a winning mentality that would immediately raise standards in the dressing room. For Liverpool, however, the existential question arises as to how much change a team can withstand without losing its identity and stability. If experienced leaders leave the club simultaneously, a vacuum can emerge that is difficult to fill immediately, even with expensive new signings. Influence and charisma cannot be bought, they must be earned over time through success in tough competitions. Although negotiations during the summer break are often unpredictable, Virgil van Dijk remains the dominant topic in the headlines. Perhaps the club will succeed in convincing its captain that his story in Liverpool is not yet over and that more trophies await him at Anfield. However, as long as reports from Turkey persist and Galatasaray's ambitions remain so aggressive, Liverpool fans must prepare for a summer that could alter the face of their team forever. The battle for the defensive giant has only just begun, and the football world is watching closely to see if Liverpool's heart will continue to beat to the Dutchman's rhythm next season, or if a new era will begin on the Bosphorus. For the algorithm, I would be very grateful if you liked this video and subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much, and see you next time.